Hello, and thank you for joining me today. If you have a student in Orange County Public Schools and you are wondering what assessment changes have occurred, hopefully I will be able to answer some of those questions for you as part of this video. While there are a variety of assessments your student may take, we are going to discuss changes that specifically relate to the state assessments. Let's go ahead and get started. OCPS will be using the term Comprehensive Assessment System, or CAS, as an umbrella term to refer to the assessments your student will participate in. The Comprehensive Assessment System refers to OCPS's approach to administering all local, state, national, and international assessments. Since your students will participate in a variety of assessments, it is important to maintain a balanced assessment system. As I said before, in this video, we are going to focus on the state level assessments, but first we're going to take a look at some commonly used acronyms you will see throughout the video. There are many acronyms that exist in the field of education. Throughout this video, you will hear the following acronyms. FSA, which stands for the Florida Standards Assessment. This assessment is being replaced by FAST. FAST is Florida's assessment of student thinking. FAST utilizes progress monitoring, or PM for short. ACCESS stands for Assessing Comprehension and Communication in English State to State, and ELL stands for English Language Learners. Keep each of these terms in mind as you continue to view the video. Remember that you can always pause to come back if needed. Now let's talk about what has changed. As I said previously, the Florida Standards Assessment, or FSA, is being replaced by Florida's Assessment of Student Thinking, or FAST for short. FSA retakes will still be available for juniors and seniors who need to meet their assessment graduation requirement, but it is no longer in place for students in grades 9 and 10. Instead, students will take FAST. FAST assessments are designed to be administered online and are computer adaptive. This is intended to meet your student where they are and provide your student with content that matches their current understanding of the curriculum. The computer will adapt in real time to provide your student with questions that are associated with their current skill level. The computer will pull from a large bank of questions and will adjust as your student moves through the assessment. Previously, students took one summative state assessment. However, now students will participate in progress monitoring at specific intervals throughout the year. We will discuss more about this later in the video. Headphones will now be required for progress monitoring that occurs in grades VPK through 2. And finally, progress monitoring during the first quarter will replace the Florida Kindergarten Readiness Screening that was previously administered within the first 30 days of school. Which students will be impacted by these changes? Students in an English Language Arts course in grades VPK through 10, and students who are in a mathematics course in grades VPK through 8. The changes for mathematics stop at grade 8, as the high school mathematics courses were not impacted by these changes. If your student is enrolled in Algebra 1 or Geometry while in middle school, they will be taking the end of course exam for the course in which they are enrolled. You may be wondering, how often will my student participate in state-level progress monitoring? Progress monitoring through the state occurs at 3 points each year. These specific points are known as progress monitoring, or PM1, PM2, and PM3. Now that we've gone over the changes, let's look at when your students will participate in progress monitoring. A district window for progress monitoring has been provided to our schools. Students will not take assessments during the entire window. Consider pausing the video at this time to review the administration windows for each grade level and assessment. Once you have reviewed that administration window, unpause the video to hear about accommodations. Accommodations are available for students. However, we know that each student is unique. If you have questions regarding specific accommodations available to your student, please reach out to your school's test coordinator or your school's Exceptional Student Education, or ESE, staffing specialist. While there have been changes in English Language Arts and mathematics, there are a few assessments that have not been changed. All end of course, or EOC, assessments remain in place, and the Algebra 1 and Geometry EOCs have been revised to align with Florida's benchmarks for excellent student thinking. Courses that have EOCs include Civics, Algebra 1, Geometry, U.S. History, and Biology. Additionally, there are a few assessments that fall into this category that have not been changed, and we will review them next. The state requirements around the Florida Civic Literacy Exam, or FCLE, Florida Standards Alternate Assessment, or FSAA, assessing comprehension and communication in English state-to-state or access for English language learners, or ELLs, alternate access for ELLs, and the statewide science assessments for grade 5 and grade 8 have not changed for the 2022-23 school year. Please note that the statewide science assessments are the only remaining state-required paper-based assessments. Graduation and promotion requirements are still in place. Please reach out to your school with questions about your students' specific needs. Throughout this video, you heard about the Orange County Public Schools Comprehensive Assessment System, changes to state assessments, and progress monitoring. If you have any additional questions, please reach out to the Test Development and Measurement Department by emailing test.development@ocps.net.